Hello students, how are you all? Yeah, I know you all are well, staying healthy and enjoying your days. Now it's time to study. Last time you have studied friction part 1. This time we are going to study friction part 2, which is chapter number 12 in NCERT book. Students, if you can recall this picture, here you can see FA and FF. FA stands for applied force, yes, and FF stands for force of friction, right? So if you remember, in friction part 1 you have studied that friction is an opposing force, which is clearly depicted in this figure, that a man is pushing a box and he is pushing the box in forward direction, whereas force of friction is acting in opposite direction. And it happens with us every day when we do so many activities, right? Now let us recall, how is friction caused? Friction is caused due to many irregularities lying on the surfaces. So when these irregularities of the surfaces get interlocked with one another, friction is caused. So let us see the content of this video. Activity 4, showing friction depends upon nature of the surface. And activity 1, 2 and 3 you have already done in video number 1, which was part 1 of friction. Next we will study about advantages of friction, and at last disadvantages of friction. So let us perform an activity. Before I talk about the aim and materials required, plus the method, observation and conclusion of the activity, I just want to show you the arrangement we need to do for performing this activity. You need an inclined plane, you need a table, and this way you need to arrange the things like you can see in the picture. Now let us see the aim. To show that friction depends upon nature of the surfaces in contact. Materials required are an inclined plane, table surface or a table. You can perform this activity even on a floor surface. A pencil cell, piece of cloth, sand and meter scale. Now the method. First of all, arrange an inclined plane on a table or a smooth floor surface as it was shown in the figure. Mark a point A on the inclined plane and let a pencil cell move down the plane. Point A is the starting point from where you will allow the pencil cell to move down. Now, measure the distance travelled by the pencil cell on the table surface using a meter scale. Okay, so first you will be trying with the first type of surface, and our first type of surfaces is the smooth table surface. In next part of the activity, you will repeat all such steps which you have performed earlier after spreading a piece of cloth over the table surface. Firstly, you have done on a smooth table surface, and now you will repeat the same activity after you spread a piece of cloth over the table surface. Now again measure the distance travelled by the cell using the meter scale. Now this is the third time we are going to perform the same activity, but this time we are spreading a thin layer of sand on the table surface and we will measure the distance travelled by the pencil cell once again. Okay, so I think you understood it well. You will do the same activity 3 times with same pencil cell, and every time the starting point is same, but What is different? The type of surface is different. In first case you have taken smooth table surface, in second case you have taken piece of cloth, and in third case you have taken thin layer of sand. And when you note down all the readings, you need to observe what is the difference in the readings. So distance travelled by the cell is maximum in case of smooth table surface and minimum in case of sandy surface. What is the conclusion? Rough surface offers more friction, whereas a smooth surface offers less friction. Here the rough surface is the sandy surface, whereas the smooth surface is the smooth table surface. So in case of rough surface, you got the least reading in the meter scale, whereas you have got maximum reading in case of the smooth table surface. So in other words, you can say friction depends upon nature of surfaces in contact. Rough surface offers more friction, whereas smooth surface offers less friction. So this is the final conclusion of this activity. Please try this yourself and measure the readings, note down the readings. You will enjoy doing this surely. Let us see the arrangement once again. This is the inclined plane shown here, which is arranged on a table surface, and a pencil circle you can see, pencil cell you can see point A, which is marked from where the pencil cell was allowed to fall. Right? I hope you understood it well. Now there is a question for you, which is the most important part of this particular video. Is friction good or an evil? Let us find out. Oh yes, you can see advantages of friction, and you can see a girl is walking here. So it means friction helps us in walking. You know how friction helps you in walking? Like when you walk, the soles of your shoes make a proper grip with the ground surface, which does not allow you to fall, and that's why you can walk very easily. Same thing happens when you dance, when you play any game. You are able to make a proper grip with the ground, and that's why you can perform the desired activity very well. Let us see another advantage of friction. It helps us in writing. Yes, it's true. It helps us in writing. When you write, the nib of the pen makes a proper grip with the paper, the surface of the paper, and these irregularities, they get interlocked, and it allows you to write what you want to. Okay, so it helps us in writing. So it is again a great help for us. So this way you can say friction is our friend. It is good and it is helping us in many ways. Is there any other advantage? Let us find out. Yes, it helps us to stop moving vehicles. Very important. When we drive vehicles and we need to stop, we need to apply brakes, and when brakes are applied, it stops. So friction helps us to stop the moving vehicles, whether it is a bicycle or a two-wheeler or a four-wheeler or any other. Now, this activity you must have enjoyed many times, and usually in winters we rub our palms like this. Okay, when we feel cold, we start rubbing our hands or palms like this, and then we keep it on our face, and how do we feel? Yes, we feel hot. Okay, so how does it happen? What is the reason behind this? Yeah, you are thinking right. When we rub our palms, due to friction, heat is generated, and that gives us warmth. So it is a very common activity usually in winters. So we can say this is also one of the advantages of friction. In continuation with this, There is another very important thing which you need to note. It helps us to produce fire. Say this. We are using a matchstick and a matchbox. When you use a matchstick and a matchbox, you rub the surface of the matchstick on the matchbox, the rough surface of the matchbox. Due to friction, heat is generated, which is the reason for the reaction which takes place, and fire is produced. And students, you are doing and you are studying in SST that early man used to produce fire by rubbing two different pieces of stones. So that is a very good example that friction is also used to produce fire, which is again one of the advantages of friction. Now one more very important advantage, it helps us to fix a nail to the wall or on a wooden plank. Say this, very interesting. A hammer is used to fix a nail on a wooden plank, or we can use a hammer to fix a nail on the wall. So what happens actually when we fix a nail to the wall, the irregularities on the nail surface and the wall surface, they get interlocked with one another, and which is the main cause that the nail stays on the wall and you can hang any bag or any other object on it. So this is again a very important advantage of friction. And children, if I continue with the same topic, there is a long list where you will find friction is actually our friend. It is good for us. Like you are able to sit on chair till the time you want. You are able to keep a book on table surface unless it is disturbed. It is all because of friction. So there is a long list of advantages of friction. Now we will move towards the disadvantages of friction. Let us find out what are the disadvantages. First one is it produces noise. Say this machine, there are many parts in the machine, and when the various parts of the machine move, they rub one another, and due to this rubbing, noise is produced. Noise means unpleasant sound. So unpleasant sound is produced, which is very much, you can say, unpleasant to our ears. We don't like it, and many times the sound of these machines become the cause of noise pollution. So this is one of the disadvantages of friction. Is there any other disadvantage? Yeah, this time you have it produces unwanted heat. When we were studying advantages, you have studied it produces heat, but that is the desired heat. Here it produces unwanted heat. When you run some machine, like you can see in this picture, the machine is being operated. So when it is operated, after it is operated for some continuous time, and if you touch the body surface of the machine, you will find it hotter, which again shows that it produces some heat and which is unwanted. Now the third disadvantage, it causes wear and tear in the soles of our shoes and tires of vehicles. See the first picture. You can see a pair of shoes. The soles are shown here, and due to the continuous rubbing of the surface of soles with the ground, it has got wear and tear. So this is one of the disadvantages of friction. And another one is this picture. You can see tear and wear in the tires of vehicles, which is again one of the harmful effects, or you can say disadvantage of friction. And due to this, we need to change our shoes or the tires of the vehicles frequently if we are using them repeatedly. We are going to study two more disadvantages of friction. Increase in fuel consumption, as because some part of the energy, it is wastage in the form of heat and light and sound, so there is increase in fuel consumption, and that's why we can write fifth point as it causes wastage of energy, as it is already told that energy is wasted in the form of heat and sound, so you can say that it causes wastage of energy. Okay, so this way we have studied about advantages and disadvantages of friction. I hope you understood it well, and try to collect more advantages and disadvantages of friction, and when you play any game you will find that friction is actually helping you, and in some way it becomes your enemy also. So we can say that friction is a necessary evil, means many times it is required by us or it is desired, but many times it is affecting our activities or it is creating some kind of hurdles in our activities. So we need to know that how can we reduce friction and how can we increase friction, and that will be done in the next part of this chapter, that is friction part 3. Till then, you all stay well, stay tuned, and if you like this video, please like, share and subscribe my channel. Thank you. Bye bye.